So when did you get into agriculture?
I don't know that I even got into agriculture. I had a bit of a midlife crisis and then tried making cheese, and I'm still doing that. Ruminants always made me smile. When I see animals suckling or being milked, it made me happy. So I decided to try that. So, I mean, my favorite thing in the world is still to have made decent product and be able to go to work, and it's also just the nicest way of commerce. And then I think to translate that also into restaurants, you know, that you're kind of intimate with the people that you're trying to sell cheese to and work with and support their endeavors and their initiatives in the food business. And that gives you the most joy, right? Is when you're part of that kind of partnership with other people in the industry and the business. It's great. Come on in. Hey, Bert. No, down. Good boy. That's a good boy. We'll start at the back, and I'll show you how it flows. So come on in.
But there's more and more theories saying milk cows are actually producing fantastic meat.
They are, or they
quality
are?
Meat.
Yeah. They can, yes, for sure.
And like, you know,
especially when they're older.
Siementaler, like the Swiss breeds are today being sold as very premium, expensive meats because they're really tasty, but because of the muscle construction, etc., like you really have a beautiful consistency. So maybe that's the way people should go.
Well, I think that we should go back to tri-purpose animals, right? So it wasn't just about milk. You would also eat them and use their hide. Like it was all, and with sheep it was wool and meat and milk. Like you would use them for all things.
And fat. I mean, in Palestine we do ghee out of sheep's fat. So like the whole animal is used.
Use the fat?
So you
can use lamb or sheep fat, mutton fat.
Yeah.
And like tallow them.
Yeah. And
but
make
from sheep.
Ghee from it.
And you call it ghee.
Samna. And in Lebanon, they use that fat and whatever remains of the cats are there to make a fat-cured meat, which then you reheat and put on anything.
Okay.
But today getting a bunch of chefs saying we're finding out about preservation.
Right.
It's like, come on guys, like all of our cultures have been doing this.
Yeah. So I'll come in here on Wednesday. We set up this girl, we talked to her. She was built before I was born, so she's old and grouchy and temperamental. There are vat pasteurizers, but then again, it just becomes how efficient that is. So you can pasteurize in a vat. I could take raw milk, put it in a vat, but I have to bring it up to 160, 1.9, prove that I've done that and held it there, and then allow it to cool. When I started making cheese, I thought, I'll just put on some Bach and I'll make 500 liters and I'll be all at one with the world, and not so much.
I mean, at the end of the day, what cheeses are you making? You're making the same cheeses. I'm not saying about the quality of the cheese, the type of cheese. You're making the same ones a massive corporation is doing.
Yeah.
Are they taste-wise the same? Of course not.
Yeah.
Do they have the same components in them? Scientifically, yes. I mean, you take a sample of your feta and a sample of another feta, you analyze them, they're the same.
Yeah.
But the end product is not at all the same. And that's why we need to protect that production.
Well, and that's why cooking is valid, right? Like any craft, I think, is valid.
Yeah.
So, that's right. Okay.
What do we do after heating up the milk?
Then we cool it. So we
So
pasteurize
the real
it,
reason
cool it
we're
back
here
in.
is we're setting up a cheese factory.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we're just spying on
Good luck. Do you want to buy this one? Buy this one. All right. So this is the make floor. I'm going to turn some lights off.
But you already have enough trouble trying to buy this.
So this vat holds 2,000 liters worth of milk. So these vats were designed for cow milk, mostly. So 2,000 liters worth of milk of cow milk will give you 10% yield. So it'll give you 200 kilos of cheddar in the bottom, which is about all you can handle. With water buffalo and sheep, you get double the yield. So you only want to run half of that. So we made a batch of cheddar on Thursday last week, and we ran Friday. We ran a half of that. It was 1,000 liters. And that gave us 200 kilos of cheese. So we'll make here, and a make day is about an 8-hour day. So we run the milk in. You have to add culture to it because you've pasteurized it. So you add culture, that takes about 30 minutes. Then you add rennet, and that takes about 30 minutes. And then you start to manipulate it. So that queso fresco or the feta is out of the vat in an hour and a half. It's done. And then if you make a cheddar, it's an 8-hour day. It's the hardest, that's the hardest make that there is. It takes forever. Hello? Sorry, I have no idea who's here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be ready.
And keep that facility just to do their ice cream.
Because you boil it, this room will go up to 120, 110. Well, kitchens are that hot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you gotta be tough. My husband's kitchen, and my husband would never have an air conditioner, ever.
Yeah.
And the chocolate used to melt off his shelves. It was so hot. It was so hot in there. It was just, but he just, wussies, he can't stand the heat. Anyway, so it'll sit here, and then it needs to cool down. So this room will run too hot. So we move it into this room next door, which is sitting at about 55 degrees, and it just sits in there. It's called a drying room. So the raw milk comes in here. If it's fresh, like queso fresco or halloumi, it goes straight across the hall and gets put in plastic and then into the fridge, and then it's gone. And if it needs to ripen up or age up, it goes that way. So it doesn't go across. So it's a good design actually. We only dry salt. We don't brine our cheeses. We dry salt them. I just like it better. I just like it better. That's what I vote for. I run the kitchen.
Yeah, they run the
This ritzier neighborhood. I didn't know it was the quickest.
You never hire a skinny human being to work with food, ever, because it means they're not tasty.
That's what everybody used to say about me. They're like, he's a chef, he's too skinny, I don't believe it. They walk away, I'll be like, nah, that's not, I'm skinny because I have a picky palate, and that's why I'm skinny. I'm extremely picky, but I don't know how to feed you.
But I keep eating, hoping it'll get better. That's what I do. I have another bite, it might not taste so bad. Let me see what else I have in here.
The younger one is how old?
It was made in January, and this was made in November. So in Palestine, though, your cheeses would be mostly working cheeses, right?
No.
They're pragmatic. They're just
Our main cheese is a Worcester cheese, which is a white, hard. So milk, rennet, and that's it. And then the flavor comes from the brine.
right.
The brine has mastica, which is Arabic gum.
Okay, the stuff that's
the
in your ice
resin.
cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it has mahleb, which is the seed of the sour cherry,
Okay.
and it has nigella seeds
Huh. In the brine.
in the brine.
Oh, cool.
And salt, of course.
Yeah.
So the flavor comes from the brine.
And do they
also.
measure the pH then of the brine? Because it matters,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes,
your pH
no,
of
we
your
do.
brine will.
We do. You know how we measure it? Floating egg.
Right. Yep.
Super.
Yep.
Once it floats, it means the pH is at what?
No, it means the salt
No.
levels at a certain.
Yeah.
It's at.
Okay.
But it
But
also
that's it.
will determine. It also helps preserve it. I also measure pH and add citric acid.
That's still really.
So I mean, I think this one's really good, but this one also, then it gets that umami kind of mushroomy
this one
kind of.
packs more flavor than this guy. It's
Exactly.
a bit mellower.
Yeah. This is more like a crottin or it's a shabby shoe or something like that, except made from water buffalo.
Yeah.
So this one,
Is this with ash?
no, it has tarragon on it.
Oh.
I haven't tasted these. This one I have, and I'll tell you all the problems that we run. So this is, we made it kind of like a romano, kinda.
Okay.
It's water buffalo. I love ricotta. I love really good ricotta. I love yogurt. We make queso fresco.
Yeah.
And I love it. You've had that, haven't you? Not queso fresco. Yeah. I just think it's so versatile. I think this one with pomegranates.
Yeah.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
With like a extra virgin peppery olive oil.
Yeah.
Work pomegranate would balance it. Question.
Yeah.
If you try to do something like this with za'atar leaves,
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, that's
for
what
sure.
could work.
And we can name it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever
You-
it can
you
be.
name
Your,
it, you're the
no, it can be. So this is for
With the
you.
fenugreek?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for you then. Thank you so much, Chris.
No, I want part of the side.
Do you? Okay. You like them dry? Yeah, I get it.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to be
Here.
like.
Do you like that? That one's okay?
I
It's
don't
okay.
know.
Yeah.
Fenugreek, anytime.
Get that beautiful creaminess in this cheese. Like a nice finish to it.
Right. I have never worked with
Fig leaves are
them.
beautiful, yeah.
They're
They're super
fantastic.
expensive.
But the fig leaves,
Yeah.
what did we do with it? What do you want? Look at her. She's like, oh, can I have it?
I'm just obsessed with
You
this
can-
one.
no, then eat it.
This one is
You're a
amazing.
big girl, huh? You know how to use a knife.
Anybody would like a piece?
Absolutely. I'll take a piece.
This is really good.
Could I have the last piece of the fenugreek? It's just, it's actually quite hard to pick the favorite one because they all have such a different profile.
Good. Good. Okay. I'm going to show you one more room, but I don't want you to walk in.
She's gonna
So
hate me
this, you need the
forever.
line to go first, and then you wrap them. And then we stay in here. It's okay.
Hey,
Okay?
you clip that trivia in
In a pig
the
leg,
pig
yeah,
leaf,
yeah,
2 weeks old.
yeah. It's too dry, but it could be softer.
That's
The
it.
flavor's okay though.
That's
It
it.
is
We
beautiful.
will never be allowed to come in.
You're so quick. And what's funnier is that you guys were quicker with your phone. Yeah, we caught every moment.
No, we taste it. Hello, you know you're not allowed here. Go. Go.
You can come right up to the edge.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah.